Eagles. You're listening to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. I'm Sam Romeo, your Monday and Wednesday host. We've got a jam-packed show coming up with some information on Christine Harvey, defies stereotypes in her life, and Kennedy Drake reports on JV boxing and fitness and a source of. And don't go anywhere, because Pappu Jha will be here later with something you don't want to miss.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Sponsorship comes from American Graphics. Located at 8 Commercial Warehouse Drive in Hattiesburg, American Graphics provides custom screen printing and embroidery. They can be reached by phone at 601-602-2277, and the website is goamericangraphics.com. American Graphics, printing at its finest.
Welcome back to Southern Miss Today. Let's kick things off with on-campus news. Southern Miss is shining a spotlight on success. The College of Business and Economic Development just announced its 2025 Entrepreneur and Alums of the Year Award winners, celebrating Golden Eagles making an impact beyond campus. Chi Omega is keeping a Southern Miss tradition alive. The sorority is hosting its 74th annual Songfest, with all proceeds going to Make-A-Wish Foundation to help grant life-changing wishes for kids in need. A memorial service for Dr. Stan Hauser, Professor Emeritus of English at Southern Miss, is set for November 20th. The university community will come together to honor his lasting impact on students and colleagues. Omicron Delta Kappa is back at Southern Miss. The National Leadership Honor Society has officially reactivated its campus chapter and welcomed a new group of members dedicated to leadership and service. In Hattiesburg news, a Hattiesburg business is giving back this holiday season, awarding a $5,000 grant to a local veterans group to help fund their annual Christmas toy drive for families in need. Good Morning America's Robin Roberts has been named one of InStyle's Women of Impact. She reflected on her early days at WDAM 7 in Hattiesburg, where she got her start before rising to national fame. The Hattiesburg Concert Band is bringing music to the masses, performing a show they say has a little something for everybody, with tunes ranging from classic to crowd favorites. In Mississippi news, good news for Mississippians. More than $1 million in unclaimed money is being returned to residents across the state, thanks to State Treasurer's Office. Camp Shelby is adding 3 new races to its lineup, all to help fund scholarships for students in the Youth Challenge Academy, which gives teens a second chance at success. Several Covington businesses are stepping up to fight hunger, stepping up self-serve community food pantries, where anyone in need can grab a meal or drop off donations to help others. And in Lumberton, a local restaurant is teaming up with local churches to make sure kids do not go hungry, providing meals for families while they sit and wait for SNAP benefits to be restored. And in national news, an ICE agent is facing DUI charges after police say they found him asleep behind the wheel. The Senate is moving forward on the bill to end the government shutdown after a small group of Democrats reached a deal aimed at reopening federal operations and easing tension on Capitol Hill. All right, Golden Eagles, here's your pop culture scoop. Salt and Pepper brought the house down with a performance of Push It as they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame alongside Outkast and the White Stripes. The 2026 Grammy nominations are in. Big names are leading the pack. Kendrick Lamar, Lady Gaga, and Sabrina Carpenter are dominating the major categories this year. And that's your pop culture scoop. Before we wrap things up, here's a little inspiration to take with you today. Don't listen to yourself, talk to yourself. Austin Netzley. And that was our news update for today. You're tuned into Southern Miss Radio. We'll be back in just a minute. We'll be back in just a minute with sports and weather, but first, a quick word from our sponsors.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
All right, Golden Eagles, here's your Southern Miss Sports Scoop. Southern Miss football pulled off a 27-21 victory in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This week, the Golden Eagles are back at home as they take on Texas State. The Golden Eagles women's basketball came away with a 92-80 win over William Carey on November 7th. The Golden Eagles men's basketball team fell 83-79 at South Carolina on November 9th. To keep up with all the Golden Eagles sports activities, head over to southernmiss.com. All right, Golden Eagles, if you're headed outside, here's the weather you need to know. Today is looking mostly sunny, highs near 51 and lows around 31. High winds and bright skies. The sun's out, the sky is clear, so go ahead and step outside and enjoy the day. Up next, we have Christine Harvey defies stereotypes in her life. Check it out.
This is Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage at the University of Southern Mississippi and supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. I'm Bill Ellison. Kiln, Mississippi native Christine Harvey has spent much of her life defying expectations. She discusses how stereotypes about her race, gender, and home state have little to do with reality.
I think others see me as a black single mother who, because of my race, is more than likely a liberal. I see myself as a mother first who is very dedicated to work and life, who happens to be black and who is a moderate. And so I think when people see me, they see one thing, but when they get to know me, they find out there's a whole lot more there. For instance, I grew up in Kiel, Mississippi. People ask me where I'm from, and I'll say, I'm from Mississippi, or I'm from the Kiel. And of course, when you say you're from the Kiel, you have to define, exactly what is that place, or they'll say, well, really? Have you been there all your life? And I say, well, yes, I've been from Mississippi all my life. But they ask me that because of my views on life, because of addiction. These people, for whatever reason, they have a preconceived notion of what blacks should be like, especially blacks coming from Mississippi, and I don't think I fit what they expect.
To learn more, subscribe to the Mississippi Moments podcast or visit cohch.org. Mississippi Moments is supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. The humanities are for everyone.
That was Christine Harvey. Coming up, we have a special guest you don't want to miss.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Sponsorship comes from Furniture Direct, with locations in Hattiesburg, Laurel, and Columbia. Are you looking for a deal? Lots of styles on a good value? You can find them on Facebook at Furniture Direct Hattiesburg for the latest specials and promotions. Or you can shop anytime at FurnitureDirectNow.com. You can see why Furniture Direct is your furniture destination.
Let's welcome Pappu to the show. Hey Pappu, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Living the dream. So to start off, could you tell us a bit about yourself and your role here at USM?
Sure. My name is Pappu Jha. I am a junior here at USM, majoring in computer science and a minor in economic data analysis. I'm working, I'm doing an internship at Jones Capital as an IT intern, and also I'm working on campus as a research assistant at Institute for Advanced Analytics and Security, which comes under like the School of Criminal Science and Justice. And yeah, and like outside my work, I'm also a member of Entrepreneurship Society. I'm a board member over there. And in my free time, like I like playing badminton, just watching YouTube, like that.
That is awesome. Can you share a bit about your academic journey so far? How has it been? What is it like? Are you having fun?
Yes, sure. I completed my high school in my home country, Nepal. Over there, I studied like up to 10th grade in like Nepal's own curriculum, and in like 11th and 12th grade, I joined Cambridge A level, which comes under the University of Cambridge. And after that, I took a gap year and then applied for a lot of US based universities. And then in fall 2023, I came to USM for my undergraduate education, and currently I am like in my junior year.
That is awesome. I'm happy to hear that you are loving it, or liking it, sorry. How did you spend your gap year? What was that like? Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I enjoyed it. I was doing a lot of activities. Like a major part was applying for colleges, also preparing for SAT, and doing uh, like going through that entire application process, researching about them, attending informational sessions of tons of universities. And a major part, like outside college thing I did was I was tutoring. So I was tutoring high in the same high schools where I used to study, and I also did some private tutoring. So that was all about my gap year.
That's amazing. So even when you were taking a break from school, you were still learning and doing things that were preparing you to return back to
Right.
school. That's awesome. What first got you interested in your field of study, and what made you choose USM?
Uh, like my major is computer science, and I started like studying computer science since my school time. Like I remember back in like when I was in grade 1, I have been studying computer science since then, and it was one of my favorite subject because in computer science, like you get to use, let's say there is a problem and you have to solve it. Then it is not just like you have to memorize everything to solve it. Like you can use your own approach to solve problems.
Okay.
And I was not a fan of rote learning, so that was what made me quite interested in it. And when I came in high school, then I also learned it has a lot of scope in like professional world. So that was what made me interested in pursuing my major in computer science. And regarding USM, uh, one of the main reasons was scholarship. Like USM has a very generous policy regarding a scholarship. Uh, like I had a good SAT score, so I was able to like get a full tuition scholarship, which made the cost of attendance quite affordable to me. And apart from that, like the computer science department at USM is also good. Like there are a lot of good professors, like opportunities for research and everything. So that is what made me choose USM.
How has being at USM shaped you, both academically and personally?
It has shaped me a lot. So I came to USM and in the United States when I was like 18 years old. So my era of adulthood began in USM.
Okay.
Yeah. And I learned a lot. Like first of all, I learned like how to be an independent adult, like who can manage academics, work, extracurricular involvement, and personal lives, everything on my own. Also, I got to learn some professional skills like how to make your resume, how to write a cover letter in order to get your on-campus job, internships like that. And I also, one thing that I really learned is the importance of social connection and networking for your personal and professional lives, especially as an adult. So yeah, it has shaped me a lot.
That is wonderful. What is it like being an international student here? Pros, cons, good, bad?
Yeah, as you said, like it is both exciting as well as challenging.
Do you have a specific like favorite thing and like maybe a specific thing you hate about it though?
Ah, yes, I do, but I won't use the term hate. Uh, e-
I love
excite,
that.
yeah, exciting because first of all, you get to experience, live, and know more cultures than most local students here. Like you have already experience of your home country, and also you came to a new country. So culture is a big thing. Also, you get to experience like course curriculum. So, for example, in my case, like I have I have studied in Nepal's curriculum, also Cambridge A level, which is a British curriculum, and now an American curriculum. So that is another benefit. And you also like overall like the way you see the world, your horizon will kind of uh, become broad when you travel more.
Like you get different perspectives and you
Right.
get to see how other people live their lives and in a sense like
Right. And regarding challenges, like before students come to the US, they have already gone through a long visa process. And when they come, like a main challenge always remains is to prepare way ahead of time than anything is about to happen. For instance, let's say you have a winter break coming up or a summer break coming up, then for like local students it is like they can go home, but for international, especially who live on campus, they have to start managing where they're gonna live, where they're gonna eat, like or, from a few months ago. And also they have to start looking up for on campus jobs, what they're gonna do, how they're gonna afford everything. So that is a major challenge. And also you also have to start preparing what you're going to do after you graduate way ahead of time, because after you graduate you get a small time period in which you have to do something, otherwise you have to leave. So that is a challenge. And also you have to be prepared for like any rule changes, any law changes that impact international students with or without notice. So you always have to be prepared for that.
so you could like one day like you could like there could be an issue and like your whole college like you I don't know how to say this correctly, but you have to hear on other people based on what's going to happen. I don't know how to say that. Um, have you noticed any big differences between your life here and your life back in Nepal?
Yes, like academically, there are differences. For example, let's say course curriculum. Like from my perspective and the perspective of many fellow international students, course curriculum is quite easier over here compared to Nepal. Not in terms of content, but the way it is delivered. So back in Nepal, like kind of rote learning is prioritized more. But here you have you don't have to memorize everything. You can bring a paper of cheat sheet. You can write your formulas like that. So that makes education a bit easier over here, and which provides you the flexibility to focus on uh, stuff beyond your classroom. So you can do your independent research, you can participate in clubs. So that flexibility you get over here, because you don't have to spend a majority of your time just memorizing content. So that is a big difference which I see over here. And also from personal perspective, like there is a research culture over here. So you have professors who are willing to do research with you, and if you are able to, let's say, write a paper, then the university is gonna help you publish that paper, attend a conference. So that sort of research culture is quite unique, which I find in here in the US compared to like my home country.
Can you tell us about your proudest achievement here at USM?
Yes. Like one of the biggest achievement that I'm really proud of was it is just recent, like on October 30th, I guess, like in Gulf Coast, TEDx event was organized, by the School of Leadership, and I was one of the speakers over there. And yeah, like there were like 9 speakers, and I was the only undergraduate. And like there were 2 students, and I was the only undergraduate over there. So that was something I never really thought of. And apart from that, I also have some awards that I got in this year. For example, awards and honors. So for example, in the research symposium in spring semester, I was able to get like first award. I also got to attend my first conference like just 1 month ago. Also, I was like I used to work at Roy Howard Community Journalism Center here at the first floor, and I got award over there. Yeah, a couple of these awards.
Congratulations.
Thank
Do you mind sharing a bit about what your speech was about?
At TEDx?
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
you said TEDx?
Yes.
What is that, if you don't mind sharing?
Okay, so first of all, TED is a platform.
Oh, TEDx is okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It stands for Technology, Education, and I forgot what D means. But TED is a platform where people from various field can come and express their opinion on a specific theme.
Like a TED Talk?
Yes.
Okay, so does the D stand for discussions? Maybe?
Yes.
Okay, period.
So for TEDx Southern Miss, the theme was Blue Economy
Okay.
because it was in the Gulf Coast. So, like in short, Blue Economy means something related to oceans, like because it is like in the Gulf Coast, so something related to ocean. And the topic of my talk was AI for ocean health.
Okay.
And the reason that was my topic because I tried to integrate the theme of TEDx with my major computer science. So
Okay.
that's why I chose like artificial intelligence AI for ocean health. And like it was like a 5 or 6 minutes of talk in which I mentioned how AI can be used to solve several problems of Gulf Coast and blue economy, and how AI can also create opportunities in the blue economy.
And you mentioned you were the only undergraduate person speaking?
Yes.
That is amazing. Congratulations.
Thank
That
you.
is awesome. What are your plans and goals for the future?
Honestly, I'm not like fully sure at this moment. Like I have 2 options to explore like after graduation. Uh, Either I'm gonna go to grad school or get a job.
Okay.
And even in either of them, I have to decide like whether I'm gonna stay here or travel to another state or maybe another country. So I'm still unsure about that.
I feel that. It could be a lot to think about, and the world is limitless. You could do anything you put your mind to. What advice would you give to someone hoping to follow in your footsteps?
I would say keep working. Uh, like there will be a lot of failures in the path, but keep working with dedication.
Don't give up.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, any words of wisdom you'd like to share with our listeners?
Yeah, just the advice I just said.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pappu, for joining us today and sharing your voice with our Eagles. We really appreciate it. Coming up, we have a news wrap from Kennedy Drake reports on JB Boxing and Fitness, a source of.
For many boxers, the sport is more than competition. It's therapy that helps protect their mental health. JB Boxing and Fitness in Hattiesburg is home to a community of fighters who all train under founder Joshua Brown.
My main goal was to become a coach because I wanted to reach out into the community and help a whole lot of young men. I wanted to be the hero that I needed growing up.
Brown says he often teaches lessons that go far beyond the ring. One of his fighters, Tashawn Henley, used boxing to cope with previous financial and emotional challenges.
When your mind is telling you I'm tired, your mind telling you I can't run no more, I can't go no longer, like you challenge that every single day and then prove to yourself that I can. So like in the long run, you start developing mental muscles just like you would physical muscles. And it just makes life a little bit easier.
Another fighter, Jaden Santos, found comfort in boxing after losing his job due to a back injury.
I'm like, if you enjoy doing something that you don't want to do, like, you literally will have the strongest will, and nobody can break your will. So yeah, I think for me, that's what boxing has done. It has really created a good work ethic even outside of boxing.
At JB Boxing and Fitness, the lessons learned inside the ring are helping fighters build strength, both physically and mentally. Kennedy Drake, WUSM.
Thanks for listening to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. Big thanks to Seb, our audio engineer, Big thanks to Seb, our audio engineer, Meadow, our video producer, and Carl, our assistant producer, for keeping this bird flying. A special thank you to our program director, Adeline Fields, and our general manager, Dr. Martin. We appreciate everything you do. I'm Sam Romeo, signing off. Don't just get through the day, make it count, and keep shining. Be someone. Y'all have a blessed day.